Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Mari
Mari
Asya
Anvayat
Sarasat Sateshu Abhigira Swarat Tene Brahma Adi Bhavaye Bhojanti Yad Suraya Tejo Vani Vinimayo Yatra Visargo Mesha Dhamna Sena Sada Nirasta Sokam Satyam Param Dhimahi Janmadhyasya Jito Navayad Sarasat Janmadi Asya Yato Anvayad Sarasat Chateshu Abhigyan Swarat Tene Brahma Vida Adi Bhavaye Bhuyanti Suraya Tejo Vari Vedam Jata Vinimayo Yatra Visargo Mesha Dhamna Vena Sada Nirasta Sokam Satyam Param Dhimahi Janmadi Asya Yato Anvayad Sarasat Chateshu Abhigyan Swarat Tene Brahma Vida Adi Kavaye Bhuyanti Suraya Tejo Vari Vrida Yata Vinimayo Yatra Visargo Vrisha Dhamna Sena Sudha Nirasta Sokam Satyam Param Dhimahi Janmadhyasya Jito Navayad Sarasya Teshu Abhigyan
Janmadhyasya Jito Navayad Sarasya
Janmadhyasya Jito Navayad Sarasya Teshu Abhigyan
Janmadhyasya Jito Navayad
Tene Brahma Hudaj Adi Kavaye Muyanti Suraya
Tene Brahma Adi Kavaye Muyanti Suraya
Tene Brahma Hudaj Adi Kavaye Muyanti Suraya
Tene Brahma Adi Kavaye Muyanti Suraya Tejo Vari Nivangata Vinimayo Yatra Visargomita
Tejo Vari Nivangata Vinimayo Yatra Visargomita
Tejo Vari Nivangata Vinimayo Yatra Visargomita
सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
दानासेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
दाम्नासेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
दानासेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. Next one you are. जनमादियक्षपूर्णयाति सरतश्चातीषु विज्ञानिस्वरात् कवि रामदासेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. जन्मादियस्य अन्यादितरतश्चातीषु विज्ञानिस्वरात् रामदासेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. जन्मादियस्य अन्यादितरतश्चातीषु विज्ञानिस्वरात् तेने ब्रह्मविराजादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसहस्रं यथा रामदासेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. जन्मादियस्य अन्यादितरतश्चातीषु विज्ञानिस्वरात् तेने ब्रह्मविराजादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसहस्रं रामदासेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. जन्मादियस्य पूर्णयादितरतश्चातीषु विज्ञानिस्वरात्
तेने ब्रह्मादिदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः
तेने ब्रह्मविराजादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः
तेजो वरिमृदं यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसहस्रो मिथ्या
तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसहस्रं यथा
Brahmasena sada niratakukam satyam param dhimahi.
Brahmasena saraya soham satyam param dhimahi.
Anvari yasyayato anyat sarasya kuchu abhisasvarat.
Janamadi yasyato anyati tarakasati kuyavijjasarat.
Yeme brahma hidaya aslukavaye muyantiyaturaya.
Tene brahma vidaya adikavaye muhyanti jasturaya.
Teyo vari vidamyata devayo yasya sikkano mesha.
Ijavadi vidavadatavanimaya jatra trisarvam misha.
Brahmasena sada nirasta sukam satyam param dhimahi.
Brahmasena saraya soham satyam param dhimahi. Any guys? Dharmadiyasya jato annayadi tarakasati kuyavijjasarat. Tene brahma vidaja adikavaye muhyanti jasturaya. Tene brahma vidaja adikavaye muhyanti jasturaya. Ijo vadi nidana jatha vinimayo jatrati sadgam misha. Damnasti. Damnasti nasada nirastapoham satyam param dhimahi. Any other guys? Janamadi jato annayati tarakasati kuyavijjasarat. Tene brahma vidayadi kavaye muhyanti jasturaya. Tejo vari vidayata vinimayo jatrati sadgam misha. Damnasena sada nirastapoham satyam param dhimahi. Word meaning?
Om.
Om.
O my Lord.
O my Lord.
Namaha.
Namaha.
Offering my obeisances.
Offering my obeisances.
Bhagavate.
Bhagavate.
Unto the personality of Godhead.
Unto the personality of Godhead.
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Unto Vasudeva.
Unto Vasudeva.
The son of Vasudeva.
The son of Vasudeva.
O Lord Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord.
O Lord Shri Krishna, the primeval Lord.
Jamadi.
Jamadi.
Creation, sustenance, and destruction.
Creation, sustenance, and destruction.
Asya.
Asya.
Of the manifested universes.
Of the manifested universes.
Jataha.
Jataha.
From whom?
From whom?
Anvayat.
Anvayat.
Directly.
Directly.
Itarata.
Itarata.
Indirectly.
Indirectly.
Cha.
Cha.
And.
Arteshu.
Purposes. Abhigya. Fully cognizant. Swarat. Fully independent. Tene. Imparted. Brahma. The Vedic knowledge. Vida. Consciousness of the heart. Yaha. one who Adi Kavaye unto the original created being Mulyanti are illusions just about whom Surya great sages and demigods Teja fire Vari water Mridam earth Sata as much as Vinimaya action and reaction Yatra whereupon Three Sarga three modes of creation creative faculty Omrisha almost factual Dhamma along with all transcendental paraphernalia Svena self-sufficiency Sada always Nirasta negation by absence Kuhakam illusion Satyam truth Param absolute Dhimahi I do meditate upon Translation I offer my obeisances unto Lord Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, who is the supreme, all-pervading personality of Godhead. I meditate upon him, the transcendent reality, who is the primeval cause of all causes, from whom all manifest universes arise, in whom they dwell, and by whom they are destroyed. I meditate upon that eternally effulgent Lord, who is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and yet is beyond them. It is he only who first imparted Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahma, the first created being. Through him this world, like a mirage, appears real even to great sages and demigods. Because of him, the material universes, created by the three modes of nature, appear to be factual, although they are unreal. I meditate therefore upon him, the absolute truth, who is eternally existent in his transcendental abode, and who is forever free of illusion.
Vasudev is offering his obeisances unto the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Bhagavate, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is known as Vasudeva. Vasudeva means the son of Vasudeva. Even the leader of the impersonalists, namely Shankaracharya, he has accepted that the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. People may not misunderstand. Just like we give identification by giving the name of father, mother. Similarly, Krishna's identification is that he is son of Vasudeva or son of Nanda Maharaj, friend of Sudam, lover of Radharani. In so many ways, he has got hundreds and thousands of names. So, people who protest that God cannot have any name, they say that God cannot have any name. Yes, we agree to that. God cannot have any name, or God has so many names, how he will address them. But the Shastra says that he has got many names, but the chief name is Krishna. In the Atharva Veda it is said uh, Krishna and the son of Devaki Vasudeva. Those who are very much strict to understand everything on the evidence of Veda, Srila Jiva Goswami has given them quotation from Veda. In the Vedas, Krishna's name is there, his father's name is there. Like that. So, God's name, actually there is no God's name. There is name, but he has got so many names. His name is given according to his pastime. It's like it has got meaning. You cannot give any name to God without hearing any meaning. That is the Vedic significance. When you say Krishna, name of God, that means he is all attractive. All attractive means he is not only attractive to the devotees, but to the non-devotees. It is not that Krishna is one-sided. He is attractive to the devotees. No. To the non-devotees also. Just like Kansa. Kansa was also attracted by Krishna. He was attracted to Krishna as enemy. There are two kinds of attraction. You can become attracted to somebody as friend as well as enemy. That is also attraction. If you think of some person that this man is my enemy, I want to kill him, or I want to do some harm to him, how I shall do? How shall I capture him? He goes on the office and the road, so I can capture him in that way. So many. Just like in America, the president Kennedy was killed. So the man who killed him, he made it a plan, thinking of President Kennedy always. There is attraction. All attractive means, therefore, that Krishna is attractive to everyone. Either one is Krishna's devotee or non-devotee. A best example is Kansa. Kansa heard that the eighth son of his sister, Devaki, would kill him. Since that time, he became attracted to Krishna. So, somebody is coming in the name of Krishna as my sister's eighth son, so he will kill me. So let me kill my sister, the source of Krishna. So he first of all wanted to kill his sister. That is due to attraction of Krishna. He was very kind to his sister. After the marriage of his sister, he was taking very jubilantly his sister and his brother-in-law in a chariot, and he was personally driving because Devaki happened to be younger sister of Kansa. Naturally, everyone has got some love for younger brother and sister. So he was affectionate. Although he was a devotee, a non-devotee demon, still natural attraction one cannot avoid. Just like a tiger. Tiger is killer of everyone, but still the tiger or the tigress has got affection for the cub. That is nature. So, he had the natural attraction for his sister, but when he heard that his sister would be the killer of him, he immediately wanted to kill the sister. That story you know, it is stated in the Krishna book beginning. So the idea is Sattam Param Dhimai. Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. So Vyasdev is offering his obeisances to the son of Devaki, Krishna. Krishna means all attract. Then, read what is next.
Obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, directly indicates Lord Sri Krishna, who is the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. This fact will be more explicitly explained in the text of this work. Sri Vyasdeva asserts herein that Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all others are his direct or indirect plenary portions or portions of the portions.
Yes, this will be explained in the third chapter. Third chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, when describing different incarnations. So, in that list of different incarnations, Krishna's name is also there. So, Vyasdev has purposefully explained in that verse that there are so many incarnations. It has been described that Krishna or God has got so many incarnations, just like so many waves of the river. If you have got some experience of the flowing river, you'll find that so many waves are coming one after another, one after another. So he has got so many incarnations that you cannot count it. It's like if you sit down on the bank of a river and go on counting the waves, and so whole day and night, whole year, whole life, still it will not be. Therefore Krishna's another name is Ananta. Ananta means who has no end. Ananta. Anta means end. Everything of us, there is end. But Krishna has no end. Similarly, his incarnation has no end. So, in spite of so many incarnations, he is full. If we take and try to understand Krishna materially, that just like if we take some straw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that, then the stock will be finished at a certain point. Krishna is not like that. Purnam, the Vedas says Krishna is Purnam, complete. What kind of Purnam? We understand also complete. But if we want to take something from the complete, gradually it is reduced and ultimately it becomes zero. So Krishna is not like that. There is Veda says that Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avadhishyate. He is complete. So many incarnations are coming from him, just like the waves of the river. He still is complete. Purnasya Purnasya. From original Krishna, so many incarnations are coming. but still he is there. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. Krishna lives at his home, Goloka Vrindavan. Just like Krishna is in Goloka Vrindavan. So, still he emanates, he expands himself. Akhilatma bhuto. Akhilatma bhuto is throughout the whole creation. He has creation. That is also innumerable. We are seeing this creation, this universe. There are innumerable planets. But Akhilatma Bhuta, in everywhere Krishna is there. Still he is existing in his own abode. You cannot imagine, because we have not such experience. That's why we are sitting in this room. We are not sitting in the other room. Try to understand the distinction between Krishna and us. But Krishna is here, and he is not only in the other room, other building, other city, other universe, everywhere. That is Krishna. It is stated, not that we are imagining, because we take evidence from the Vedic literature. In the Brahma Samhita it is stated like that. Eka pasu rachayatam jagadanna koti jachatti rasti jagadanna chaya jagantam annantarastham paramanu chayantarastham govindam adipurusham tamangli. One portion of Krishna. Krishna has direct expansion and expansion of the expansion. Just like Krishna, his immediate expansion is Balaram. Then from Balaram, the next expansion is Chaturbhuha, Quadruple, Sankarshan, Vasudev, Anuruddha, Prabhu. Again, from this Sankarshan there is another expansion, Narayan. From Narayan there is another expansion. Again, second status of Sankarshan, Vasudev, Anuruddha. Not only one Narayan, but innumerable Narayan. Because in the Vaikuntha Loka, spiritual sky, there are innumerable planets. How many? Now just imagine, here in this universe, there are planets. This is one universe. There are millions of planets. You cannot count. You cannot count. So similarly, there are innumerable universes also. That also you cannot count. Still, all these universes taken together is only 1/4 manifestation of Krishna's expansion. In the Vaikuntha law, there is 3/4 expansion. So we cannot count even one planet. How many Krishna's expansions are there? Because he is Annantarastham Paramanuchayantarastham. He is within the atom also. The scientists are perplexed to analyze one atom more and more than finding components. So Krishna, therefore his name is Ananta. Advaita Achyute Ananta Anadi Ananta Rupam. He has got multiform. Multiform. So Vyasdev will explain in the 3rd chapter that although he has got all these multiforms, nobody is lesser than Krishna. But still, that Krishna, the name which appear in this list, he is the Supreme Personality. Or eti chang sakala pungsa Krishna su Bhagavan sam. All other incarnation as mentioned in this list, they are angsa kala. They are directly expansion or expansion of the expansion, expansion of the expansion. So there is no limit. That is Krishna. It's like Krishna is in this temple. In other temples also Krishna is there. Not that because in this temple Krishna is there, he's finished. It's like we are present in this room, not in other room. We are finished. This is one room, finished. Krishna is not like that. Try to understand Krishna. Therefore Bhagavad is trying to inform you about Krishna. Beginning, Janmadasya Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudeva. Vasudeva, Krishna. I offer. Now, what kind of Vasudeva? Janmadasya. From whom everything is there. What is that everything? Means birth, sustenance and death. Everything we can understand. Any material object we can understand by these three symptoms. Just like your body, my body, everyone's body. It has got a date of birth. It continues to live for some time and there is end. That is called Janmadasya. Janma Adi. First of all, birth, then sustenance. This is three summary, but actually there are six. Six is a birth, then living for some time, then growth, then producing something out of the body, and then dwindling, then finish. Everybody takes birth, then remains for some time, grows also, or changes different body, and then from the body some other bodies are also come out. In this way one becomes old, that means dwindling, and one day becomes living. Saravika, these are called 6 kinds of transformation. Any material thing you can take, 6 kinds of transformation. But Krishna has not such transformation. Therefore he is not of this body. His body is mentioned in the Shastra, Satchidananda Vigraha. So anyone accepting Krishna like ordinary man, then he is a rascal. Avajananti mana mudha manasim tanumasita. Krishna says, then the rascal only, they take me as a human being. This type, in great rascal scholars, he has mentioned, perhaps Krishna was a leader of an aborigine and he has been accepted as God. So we cannot study Krishna in that way from the fools and rascals. We have to know Krishna from authorities. Just like Vyasa is explaining what is Krishna. First of all, let us understand what is Krishna. Then we enter into the other information of Krishna. It's like if you want to know somebody, you have to acquaint himself with that particular person. Then gradually you can understand that this man is of this position, his financial strength is like this, his influence is like this, like that, like that. So many things you understand. First of all, someone. So, anyone who does not know what is God and what is my relationship later on. First of all, at least we must know what is God. Then we can speak something about God. If I do not know what is God, then how can I explain, how can I understand about Him? So, that is the defect. Actually, you search out all process of understanding God. Generally, religion means the process of understanding God. That is religion. Religion without God is just like Hamlet without Hamlet. Playwright Hamlet. Religion cannot be. Without God, the so-called religion, that is cheating. That is, it will be explained in the next part. Dharma prodhita koita bhata. Any kind of religion which is going on under the name of religion, but the system has no information of God, that is cheating. Cheating. Because religion means the laws of God. But if you do not know what is God, then how you can know His laws? If you do not know the king, how you can understand the king's laws? Even though you try to understand, that's the scientists, they are trying to understand the laws of God, but because they are imperfect, therefore they cannot understand what is God, in spite of their scientific improvement. They do not ask any scientist, you are a great scientist, can you say what is God? The reply will be, no, we don't believe in God. We don't believe. Why? You believe in the laws of God, yes, that you are studying, but the laws mean somebody has made that law. That is our experience. It's like when we understand government laws, we understand also the government has enacted this law. We understand. It's like on the street, when you go, it is written there, keep to the left. It is the order of the government. You have to abide by that. That is obedience to the government. Discipline. Discipline is the first law of obedience. If people do not care for the government laws, then there will be chaos. So the present situation is the so-called modern civilization. They have no knowledge of God. Although they are trying to study the laws of God, but they should accept, at least theoretically, there must be God. How I can say God is dead? Because if God is the lawgiver, by His order everything is moving nicely. The sun is rising exactly at the time. The moon is rising exactly at the time. The seasonal changes are taking place exactly in due course of time. Everything is going on. Foods are grown for our feeding, for animals. Everything is going on nicely. So how I can say the manager who is managing all these things, he is dead? How can I say? These are imperfect knowledge or demonic knowledge or rascaldom. So our Krishna consciousness movement is against all these rascals. All this. We present, here is God. Here is God. His name, take His name, take His address also. That is our proposal. It is so perfect. They are searching after God. We are giving the name, address, activity, everything, quality, all. Naam, Roop, Leela, Parikar, Vaishishta, everything. Naam means name. Here is name, Krishna, God's name. Form, here is the form. He is engaged in enjoyment with Radharani and playing on his flute. Venum kannantam aravindalayadaksham. But we are not imagining, not that there's artist imagine, the poet imagine. No, we don't do that as Kelna. We don't do that. We take information from the Vedas. Krishna, when he was present personally, he played on his flute. The gopis saw, and the Kavasma saw 5,000 years ago, and the acharyas took information. Very evil. If you don't believe in the history, then come to Shastra. The Shastra says, Venum kannantam aravinda dalayakaksham. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is always engaged in playing on his flute. This is Vedic statement. Venum kannantam aravinda dalayakaksham. His eyes are just like lotus petals. Venum kannantam aravinda dalayakaksham. Barahavatam samasitam madhusundaram. He has got a peacock feather on his head. These are the descriptions in the Vedas. He has got a peacock feather on his head. Barahavatam samasitam madhusundaram. His collar is blackish. What kind of black is? Masitam madha. Just like a new cloud. Masitam sundarangam. But don't think because he's black he's not beautiful. He's most beautiful. How much beautiful? Kandatpa koti kamaniyam vishesha sova. He's so beautiful that if you gather millions of cupids, it still is more beautiful. These descriptions are there. So, Krishna consciousness movement is very nice. You'll be able to understand what is God. And you'll be able to understand what is your relationship with God. And you'll be able to understand how you can go back to home, back to God. Thank you.